Welcome to another bad comic review. This time we're looking at Superman number 322. This is from DC Comics, of course, and it was written by Martin Pasko, art by Curt Swan and Frank Chiaramonte, letters by Ben Oda, colors by Jerry Serpe, edited by Julius Schwartz. Superman is plummeting to his death, and we get a recap of what happened last issue, where the Parasite drained him of some of his powers, but he knows that something's afoot, and he knows that the Parasite can't absorb all his powers. So he quickly remembers that last time that Parasite tried to drain him of all of his powers, he self-destructed. That was in Action Comics 340. So Superman, realizing that the sun blocker that he had put on previously to help control his powers, he did not apply to the soles of his feet. So he takes his boots off and manages to avert certain doom. Now Parasite is trying to hijack this weapons system that's supposed to shoot a laser down, and he's extorting money out of Metropolis, and they're gonna pay. But Superman has a thing or two to say about that. So unfortunately the money is on its way, but it's late, and that means Superman has to deal with the city at risk, and he's not about to let the Parasite win. So he does what any normal person would do and just shifts the earth a little bit. But the Parasite does still have a lot of Superman's powers, and we learn how he's able to reconstruct himself during this too, because he wraps Superman in some steel netting and is giving a bit of a monologue on what's going on. And then it's a showdown between the Parasite and Superman, and we get an unexpected appearance by Solomon Grundy, who kind of started this whole storyline when Parasite took advantage of him, similar to how he tricked Superman into thinking that his powers were out of control. And then we've got a really bit of a silly ending with Clark and Lois having a moment, and we meet a mysterious one-armed man who's some sort of military general that is untrusting of Superman, but that's for another story. Overall, it was an okay story. It's definitely aimed at younger readers, but I thought it was fine. It was a good wrap-up. It was a better ending than some of the other ones around this time, so I didn't have any problem with it. I thought it was a fun read. It's entertaining, but it's definitely aimed at middle schoolers and up, so it skews a bit younger than a lot of the more modern comics do, but that was the age demographic at the time. So if you're looking for a nostalgia trip with some late Silver Age Superman stories, this is probably a good one. I would recommend getting 319, 320, and 321 as well, though, because it's a longer story than just the single issue here. You can read this fine and get a good idea what's going on. They do a great job of recapping you, but you won't get the full storyline. And it's a pretty good story. The Parasite's an interesting villain, so it made for a good one. We learned about he had this prism thing. It's a whole ordeal, but worth checking out. So I'll recommend it if you can find it at a reasonable price. I've seen these less than the price of a new issue, so it shouldn't be too difficult to track down. That's gonna do it for this one. Thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. If you'd like to help the channel out in other ways, links are in the description to my merchandise store and other ways to support me. And as always, we hope to see you on the next one.